wrestling fans, and welcome to NWA Wildside. I'm Dave the Dragon Wilson here, standing inside an empty NCW arena, following what was one of the most spectacular shows in Wildside history. We celebrate our 2-year anniversary. On the card, all the top stars of Wildside, a lot of surprises, a lot of new faces returning. We're going to be showing you bits and pieces over the next couple of weeks here on Wildside Television. But if you want the show in its entirety, watch Wildside Television. It will be available exclusively on NCW Home Video in the coming weeks. Up in the booth tonight, Stephen Prazak, my regular tag team partner, joined me, as well as a special guest, the very best friend in real life of Stephen Prazak and former WCW and WWF announcer, Scott Hudson. Very special guest here. Glad to have Scott with us, calling the action. Tonight in action, bits and pieces from the 2-year anniversary show. You're going to see in action, returning to Wildside, a former television champion and one of the top stars of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Robbie Rage, is going to be in the ring, and he's going to be making bodies bounce off the mat like MECW payroll checks. Also in action, we got a 6-man tag team match. Some stars returning to Wildside. Schwanz is going to be in that. His tag team partners, for one, Lodi returning to Wildside after a long absence, and Confederate Currency Chris Hamrick. Let's go to that matchup now.
What a crew this is! But that's his shtick.
Hamrick and Heresy to start us off, and Heresy, I can tell you right from the top, when he took that smock off, needs about another 2 or 3 weeks in the gym.
Only 2 or 3 more weeks. Interesting.
Was Heresy an anorexia doctor? Is that his specialty?
I'll have to get back to you on that. Looks like we're doing a bit of a crisscross. Chris Hamrick and Dr. Heresy. A drop kick hit Dr. Heresy right in the face. I guess you can call it a face.
Got him right in his stethoscope. Oh, yeah.
A swinging Boston Crab. Broken up from Adam Booker. In comes Crew Jones.
Oh, and it's going to break down right here.
Breaking down in the NCW arena.
Out goes Jones. Heresy already out there. Here they come. It's spilling out onto the floor.
Referee Jimmy Rivers has lost total control of this match. Chris Hamrick all by himself in the ring.
Was the place to be. You can't win the match on the floor.
Last I checked, you can't. Lodi and Adam Booker. And it's Schwanz and Crew Jones.
I've got both their catalogs. Whoa, Hamrick!
Unbelievable, a plancha over the top.
What a counter by Adam Booker. Caught the plancha, drove him back first into the ring apron. Hang on, Booker's got a steel chair. You don't ever want the Booker to have a chair, and he just paid the price right into the apron.
That's a good one. A draw toe hold on the floor. The chair goes flying. Chris Hamrick, he's going up top.
Good God, across the ring. No!
For lack of a better term, a Van Daminator from across the ring. Chair first into the face.
Adam Booker was 25. Oh, now Dr. Heresy dropping in with a jawbreaker. His partners are both out on the floor, for Pete's sake. This guy's lost it. Like a buzzsaw in there, doesn't know he has no partners, but wait a minute, Hamrick.
Ooh, knocking the feet out of the doctor. Chair first.
I hope he's a dentist.
That chair seems to be like the fourth tag team partner.
Crew Jones wants a timeout.
I think there are timeouts in wrestling. Nope, I've just handed a note. There are no timeouts in wrestling.
When did they change that?
Tell you blink, you miss it. The business changes minute by minute.
Crew Jones makes the tag. Did not look like he really wanted to get in there against Lodi. Look at Lodi's expression. This guy's ready. No! Nice drop toe hold.
Crew Jones has been knocked goofy, and he's only been involved in this match for just a few seconds. Lodi is a lot more than writing goofy signs, apparently.
Deadmare takeover, step over, roll through Mysol, cradle single leg. Can he take him? No.
The crowd is firmly behind the team of Lodi, Hamrick, and Schwanz.
That's my accounting firm.
I'll stick with wrestling. Thank you very much. Lodi up top for the pin. Still not enough to pin Crew Jones.
Adam Booker still feeling the effects of that bandaminator from across the ring by Chris Hamrick. It's basically a 3-on-2 right now. Booker's still out of it.
Seems like there. Oh, what a Lodi butts first, and there was nobody home. Oh, Crew Jones taking an opportunity to open up on Lodi.
Landed right on his Coleman. Oh!
Looks like in the heat of battle.
A tag to Adam Booker? Is this guy back together? I guess so. That's a professional wrestler right there, Steven. One that can take a bandaminator, shake loose the cobwebs, get his second win, and get right back in that action.
Suffice to say, we built some pretty tough athletes here at Wildside, and it's safe to say they do the same up there in NWA New England. Adam Booker showing that he's made out of some strong stuff indeed.
Ooh. Oh, what a clothesline! Knocked him for a loop. Count him 2-0.
In comes Schwanz for the first time, at least officially in this match. That Schwanz is one big mofo.
Lodi propping up the crowd at the NCW arena.
Schwanz with a series of headbutts. And Booker is knocked clean into Larry land. Horrible place to be.
Really? Good solid bar. Oh! What a splash on Adam Booker, and I gotta think Booker still every shot to the head. He's got to flash back to that bandaminator earlier on. Oh! Flash back, flash forward, boot to the face from Schwanz.
Schwanz is so massive, probably one of the toughest guys to beat here at NWA Wildside. Not too long ago, Schwanz was affiliated with Jeff Bailey.
Oh!
Schwanz affiliated with Jeff Bailey in the NWA Elite area a few weeks ago. Schwanz obviously for hire.
Oh, he is putting it to Adam Booker from both sides. That shoulder spear into the corner, and the chops in the knees and the back, and a short arm clothesline.
I hope on the drive back to NWA New England that Booker ain't driving.
Oh!
Chris Hamrick. Adam Booker, talk about dead weight.
Attempted a float out, Booker just couldn't get it together. Oh! Spear off the ropes from Adam Booker. He needs to tag out. There we go.
Where Booker gets it from, I have no earthly idea. Seems like Dr. Heresy gets involved in the match just as things are going the way of his team.
Obviously,
isn't that convenient?
Booker's still a little woozy. Tagged Heresy instead of Crew Jones. Oh, nice clothesline from the good doctor.
Assuming he's good.
Well, he's a wrestler. Oh!
Doesn't mean he's a good doctor necessarily. Dr. Heresy on top of the pin. Not so fast.
Dr. Bill Miller, Dr. Wagner Jr., Dr. X, they're all there. Dr. Jerry Graham, Dr. Harrison. Oh!
Obviously, Dr. Heresy does bring some wrestling smarts with him. He's going to need them all. He's going to need them all in spades tonight on NWA Wildside.
Should have been smarter than that, leave his back wide open to the big boot from Schwanz to break up the pinfall. Short arm miss from Hamrick up top, dumped him. Crew Jones atop for the 2 and the no.
Crew Jones showing more than a little frustration in the counting abilities of referee Jimmy Rivers.
Oh! Standing clothesline from Crew cover.
Lodi with a swatting Crew Jones like a fly. Damn, biggest fly I've ever seen.
That saved the pinfall attempt. Chris Hamrick all but out right there. That may have been a 1-2-3, assuming Rivers can count to 3.
He counted the trick free for me once. I know he can do it.
Wait a minute, Lodi in the ring had enough. No tag made. Rivers going to send Lodi back out. Oh! Hamrick still in this one. They have gotten a second win up top with Booker. Oh!
As Adam Booker pretty much collapses like an accordion in the middle of the ring, but the damage has been done to Hamrick as well.
Suplex into a jawbreaker across the right shoulder of Chris Hamrick. Booker first up will make the tag to the good doctor. Hamrick tags this one, and we've got fresh men in. Here we go. Oh! Look at Schwanz go.
Schwanz is a one-man army, but he's got Lodi and Hamrick on his side. It is truly breaking down here tonight on Wildside.
Over the top goes Jones, out goes Booker. Uh-oh. Calling Dr. Heresy, calling Dr. Heresy.
The doctor's not very observant, is he?
He's not in.
He's about to be out.
Oh!
Oh dear. Chris Hamrick up top.
Good night, nurse.
Alabama jam on Dr. Heresy. End of story.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, the team of Lodi, the veteran currency, Chris Hamrick, and Schwanz.
Welcome to New England. Lodi, Schwanz, and Hamrick. That's an impressive six-man trio right there.
Interesting in being somewhat familiar with all three competitors. They all three have such widely disparate styles. I'm so surprised they're able to get on the same page here this evening, but they in fact pulled that baby off. Lodi, Chris Hamrick, and Schwanz. Goes to show you that even strange bedfellows can make a hell of a six-man team. I'll say, ooh, you don't turn your back on the former TV champion. That's precisely what Goth did, and he's paying the price.
Uh-oh, he has made rage. Now, Goth is going to pay the price.
Why on earth would you want to make Robbie rage mad?
Buy him flowers, buy him some candy, buy him a drink. Do not make him mad, and he's going to,
A series of knee lifts to the chest, 3 of them in fact, and down goes, hell, down would go a building. Small one, but still.
Rage is happy again, thank goodness.
The world can sleep tonight. Thanks for joining us on the #1 wrestling alternative NWA Wildside. There is no wrestling show quite like this. We tout our incredible athleticism, incredible action.
Oh, look at
every
that.
week.
Into the rear chin lock, wrenching that right shoulder with his massive right arm as Robbie Rage, and Goth is hurting from all sides.
This is very unusual for you, Scott. This is actually wrestling. You haven't called wrestling in, goodness, I can't recall how long.
Come on, believe me.
Indeed.
When we've got men like Jericho and Benoit in there, we're calling wrestling. Hang on, single leg.
Oh, you have wrestlers that didn't necessarily have wrestling. Point made, though. However, Goth and Robbie Rage, oh dear, the frustration level is beginning to sit in on Robbie Rage. He is pounding on poor Goth.
I can't begin to describe that sickening thud of that clubbing forearm of Robbie Rage across the upper back of Goth.
Oh, I missed that clubbing forearm.
Yeah, how could you miss it? Did that go through the building?
Sure, Goth didn't miss it. Oh! Robbie Rage charging into the foot of Goth.
Big size 9 right in the puss.
Attempted a body slam, looks like a pretty successful one to me. Down goes Robbie Rage. Goth on top. Oh,
What kind of cover was that? Back across the chest, hooking the leg. Come on, you had Robbie Rage down. A neck breaker from Goth. He's got to do it here.
It's time to tie up the legs of Robbie Rage in a pin attempt if you have any hope at all of pinning the former TV champ.
Thanks, Brain.
That's what I do.
Oh! Belly-to-belly overhead release suplex from Robbie Rage, and Goth is seeing stars.
Goth managed to get a shoulder up at the last split second.
And then put it right back down. That was everything he had left. The shoulder up for a fraction of a second.
Maybe for Goth's health's sake, he should have stayed down.
Absolutely.
Oh! Big exploder suplex from Robbie Rage.
T-boned him right out of the corner into the middle of the ring. Rage looking like he could well be on his way to another reign with some piece of gold in NWA Wildside.
I think the gold is on the way.
That's 270. He picked it like a sack of flour. Oh!
A reverse shoulder breaker, and Goth is toast.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Robbie Rage.
Like there was any doubt, the power of the former TV champ, Robbie Rage, in plain evidence here at the NCW Arena.
The following interview is rated G.
Now, I know everybody wants to know, what is G-rated? So we, G-rated, have decided to give you the definition of G-rated. Gorgeous. Gigantic.
Great.
Girly men. We're not gonna, man. Silly, man. So we're gonna go up and down the NWA Wildside roster to prove just how good we are. First we got AJ Styles. He does flips. He does acrobatics.
I can do that.
He can do that.
You got TNT. They got claps.
I can do that. There's the Lost Boys. There's nothing up there. They got the who cares about the Lost Boys? They're ugly.
You got Jason Cross.
Didn't we already talk about AJ?
Oh yeah.
And then you got G-rated.
We got
The Right Stuff. So for all my boys and girls at home, don't you forget, the G stands for good looking.
And wrestling fans, as you just saw, if you're not familiar with NWA Wildside, just a little taste, little bits and pieces of what Wildside truly has to offer here. Our second year in professional wrestling, and while new companies pop up week in and week out, claiming to be the next big national wrestling promotion, Wildside does what it does best. That's producing a television show syndicated on over 150 plus markets nationwide, and some of the best damn wrestling in the country today. Stay tuned for more Wildside, more bits and pieces from this 2-year anniversary spectacular. There was a match, a 3-way dance for the Wildside #1 contendership for our junior heavyweight championship, currently held by the original Ecstasy, Jimmy Rave. The participants in that match, a former junior heavyweight champion, Caprice Ice Coleman, Dango Wynn, and the newest member of Jeff G. Bailey's NWA Elite. A vicious individual and a very bitter individual, one J.C. Dazz. We're not going to show you the match in its entirety, however, some of the closing moments of that matchup and some very disgusting acts here on NWA Wildside.
Kidding in any way, shape, or form, for God's sake. Reversal there by Dango. Up and over, face first. Thermal shock. There's a thermal shock on JC Dazz. What the hell?
It's Havoc. It's Havoc, part of that team with New Jack and Blackout, who are on the crosshairs of Caprice Coleman, fighting to the back. Coleman is taken out of the picture. It is Dango and JC Dazz by themselves. We're missing a referee, it seems.
Oh, Andrew Thomas just hightailed it to the back. Oh, inverted splash. And Dango Wynn slipped on the top rope. But he did nail the major portion of that. What the hell is this?
Somebody running in with a mask.
Putting another Inazuma attack.
No, Inazuma hasn't been that thin since he was 3 years old. Jeremy Lopez! Good Lord!
Lopez back from Osaka Pro Wrestling and his tour of Japan, and seemingly making his target Dango Wynn. What's with Dango Wynn and people of Japanese relation hating him?
Oh, not the Japanese notwithstanding. Remember Jeremy Lopez, or Jerlo, as the crowd loves to yell at him, was one of the foremost junior heavyweight contenders here at Wildside before his trip to Osaka Pro.
Wait a minute, JC Dazz has him locked in the reality check.
What on earth? Dazz has got Dango tied up in that reality check.
Give it up, Dango! Give it up! Break him, JC.
Dango's out cold.
Break him in half. I want to hear his arm snap. Make it snap. Tear it out the socket. Oh, that's it.
Dango is unconscious.
You people are going to find out tonight exactly why JC Dazz is so pissed off. He sat home for 4 months and listened to these propaganda peddlers up here in the booth talk about Jimmy Rave. Let me tell you something, Jimmy Rave. You want to make a big deal because he pinned Lyle Lovett, whoever that guy is. There's not a single junior heavyweight in the NWA that's fit to even put this ring up, let alone wrestle in it. JC Dazz is the king of the junior heavyweights. And Jimmy Rave, you are the lowest form of scum. You're nothing more than walking ectoplasm. You don't have any brains. You don't have a heart. You don't have any guts. And you don't have a spine. Bring JC Dazz his belt right now.
Jimmy Rave, the junior heavyweight champion, not not a moment too soon as the unconscious Dango Wynn.
Ray's got the microphone.
Dazz, September 15th, I'll be here, my belt will be here, and you better be here.
Jimmy Ray pretty much saying there will be a junior heavyweight title match with JC Dazz.
September 15th, you and JC Dazz for that title. And I'm telling you right now, Jimmy Ray, you think your wrist was broken. He's gonna take your arm and tear it right out of the socket to where you're never gonna use it again. And when you're sitting at home like some old fossil who's had a stroke with that arm laying limp, I want you to remember this night, the night you had the guts to even think about getting in the ring with JC Dazz.
Let me explain something to you, Rob Williams. Maybe you've forgotten about all the beatings that justice has put on you in the past. You may have got lucky tonight. It was a fluke. I know it. He knows it. You know it. And all these fans watching TV know it. You cannot compete with a man like Justice. He's the monster. He's my doomsday device. And on September 1st, Justice, he gets a heavyweight title shot. I'm really sorry. You see, Dynamite Rob, when you hit me with that, what is it called, that split leg pedigree thing, and you beat me 1, 2, 3, you did not defeat me, Dynamite. What you did was you unleashed me. Little backfire, little problem in the elite, little powder in the face, accidental. Jason Cross already forgiven. End of story. But you, Dynamite Rob, happy anniversary to NWA Wildside! Because on Saturday, September the 1st, at the NCW Arena, Dynamite Rob, take a look at what I'm holding right here. Take a look at this storied belt. This thing has been up and down the road, all around the world, around some of the best wrestlers in the world today. And I am no exception. Because you see, Dynamite Rob, I've taken them all on. I set Stone Mountain packing for the hills. And on Saturday night, September the 1st, Dynamite Rob, Jeff G. Bailey. You know what I did. On Saturday night, September 1st, Dynamite Rob, the big anniversary show. It's not just going to be an anniversary. We're also going to be having a funeral that night for the phenomena of Dynamite Rob. Because when I get you in front of all those idiots at the NCW Arena, NWA Wildside will never be the same. Because I'm not going to beat you. No, no, no. I'm going to beat you from pillar to post, from heaven to hell, and back again. And when it's all said and done, me and Jeff G. Bailey, we're heading out, and we're gonna have ourselves, the title, about 5 or 6 blondes and brunettes and purple heads and limousines, and we're gonna celebrate the anniversary in style by defending our NWA Wildside heavyweight title.
It's great to be us.
Was that not beautiful?
It was beautiful. Taking trash, stuck their nose in our business, and like a dog that crapped all over the floor, they got their noses rubbed into it, just like Caprice and just like Sweet Dreams. And it will keep happening. The more you stack people in the ring against us, the more the bodies will stack up. And if anyone in Wildside don't like it, take it personal. Because like it goes in all scary movies, the body count goes higher and higher. Trash, sorry we had to do it to you, dog, but you know how the game goes. You put your nose in my business, his business and his business. It's all good. You can go smack my mama, smack my daddy. But once you step through the ring and you talk crap to me and call me out, it's on and cracking. Just like your back when you went through those 6 chairs by this big boy right here. This joker right here is bigger than the boy on Green Mile. Way bigger. Man, I'm telling Caprice Coleman, Sweet Dreams, Trash, and God, who Total Destruction didn't stick their nose in the business, we would have drug Tank's retarded psychopathic ass all the way down 985. And I swear to God, Trash, I hope you're listening. Because, buddy, you want this? It's not happening. It's not gonna happen. Because shame on you for doing what you did. But boy, I swear to God, come in my face one more time, the casket will drop on you. And I put that on my soul. Believe that. Let's go hit the club, dog. You know what I'm saying? We got some bells, we got some cheese. Let's get it. We in the careers of drinking beers? I got trash blood on my hands. Let's get it, dog. Let's get it. I'll let you.
Also, fans, over the last few months in Wildside television, a new individual came to Wildside, a man calling himself a visionary, a former creative mind behind the WWF and WCW, the man known as Ed Ferrara, formerly Oklahoma and many other ridiculous identities that we don't want to name here. But Ferrara came to Wildside with his issue against women in professional wrestling, and that issue was answered by a man who by all stretches of the imagination claims to be a woman, Lazz. And Ferrara didn't take too kindly to the actions of Lazz in the ring. So a match was set up, a 5-minute survival match. If Ferrara survived 5 minutes in the ring with Lazz, he would get his opportunity to face a battle of the creative minds, maybe. You'll see what happens here in the closing moments of that matchup.
Lazz comes outside to get a chair, which I guess if you're Lazz, this might be more of a marital aid than a wrestling weapon.
Ouch. Wait a minute. He's rolling that thing like Sammy Sosa. Don't turn around. Wait a second. No, no!
That chair was used as a diversionary tactic. He is offering the former creative mind of WCW a seat.
Giving him a few tips, as it were.
It's on. Time for a lap dance.
Let's go to commercial.
1 minute remaining in the time limit. 1 minute.
No! Now that was stiff. That was a wrestling maneuver.
A drop kick to Ed Ferrara sitting in a chair, and Ed takes the header. And Britney Spear, however, Ed Ferrara managed to get Jimmy Rivers in the way. Ferrara runs outside of the ring.
Actually, the first time Britney Spears and Jimmy Rivers have been mixed. Hang on a second. What the? Good God Almighty!
Bill Barron's just clocked Ed Ferrara in the back with one of Jim Cornette's old tricks.
The old tennis racket in the back. Ferrara is furious. Watch Lazz.
The Britney Spear. It's the Britney Spear. Jimmy Rivers needs to make that pin a low.
That's it.
That's all it took. Lazz wins.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match. Wrestling fans, your main event, we're going to give you a special treat this week in its entirety. From the 2nd anniversary spectacular here at Wildside, the World Television Championship match between Onyx and all that Adam Jacobs. And you know, Onyx, this is a big moment for him here in Wildside because it's his first real opportunity at gold since he turned his back on the NWA Elite all the way back to March. Jeff G. Bailey promoted Onyx for many months in Wildside, calling him blacker than South Atlanta and 10 times as dangerous. He was one of the most bright and up-and-coming stars in the NWA Elite. But he wanted to please the crowd. He wanted to get out here and do his thing and dance and do what Onyx does. Jeff G. Bailey would have none of that. When Onyx started branching out as a star of his own, Bailey became very jealous and put the heat in that altercation on Onyx, having his men turn their back on Onyx in the NWA Elite. Well, Onyx made his road as his own man, and tonight, he's gonna take on Adam Jacobs for the World Television Championship, and you're gonna see that match now.
Thank you for that odd hush for the World Television Champion. I know you're all happy to see him tonight. Look, Adam, look. It's another present from your secret admirer. So it's you. You were the one that's been sending him all those letters and stuff, Adam. What do you think? I'll tell you what, I'll give you the keys to the Cadillac, and honey, he'll put you in the back seat for a little while tonight. How about that? It's the luckiest night of your life. Are you denying that you're the one? Oh, they're beautiful, they're beautiful. Who is she? Where is she? It doesn't matter, Adam. Don't worry about that right now, because tonight you've got Onyx. And what do you think about Onyx?
Looks like some flowers were delivered from the secret admirer. Perhaps it was Lucretia the ring girl, and only in the South can we have somebody called Lucretia the ring girl.
Cut that music off! What are you doing? Don't you come out here and rain on the parade of the world television champion. Can't you see there's a beautiful woman somewhere in this crowd, although she must be well hidden, because I sure couldn't find one. But I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter. You were going to say something about Onyx, Adam.
Look, first of all, Onyx, you go to Atlanta and get your ass chopped out on WWF television, and you think you're going to come into Wildside and beat me? Well, let me tell you something. The sooner I get finished with your ass, the sooner I can lay the lumber.
That's absolutely disgusting.
It sure is. The TV champion is Adam Jacobs. And obviously a secret admirer somewhere back here, and maybe backstage, back out here in the, well, the crowd is here at the NCW Arena. Who knows? Meeting of the minds. Adam Jacobs and Onyx.
Adam just slapped Onyx. Not a wise move.
Why on earth are you disrespecting Onyx? We've seen the power of Onyx. My God, look at that torso.
Oh, good God! He plowed through Adam Jacobs like a wrecking ball destroying an 18th century building.
Adam Jacobs was 23.
And he just wiped his ass with Adam's pretty flowers.
The TV champion is in damn near tears. Onyx doesn't care about the secret admirer crap. Don't think of it, neither do I. But Adam Jacobs takes it very seriously. He needs to take Onyx a lot more seriously than he is, or he is going to get his clock cleaned, and that TV title is as good as gone.
Adam Jacobs goes reversal. No, another reversal. Oh, Jacobs goes hard into that steel barricade.
Which looks great, by the way. Onyx charging like a bull over the top into the third row, happily landing on his feet. The TV champion is eyeing the challenger. Uh-oh. Think that's a secret admirer right there, Dan? Uh-oh. I don't think that's a secret admirer. And it sure is no secret, that's for sure. Hey, we're number one.
Well, there go the chairs. Onyx and Jacobs in a tremendous brawl here out on the floor. Oh, and Jacobs goes hard into that fence. That is the Wildside steel cage there. Of course, place though when these steel cage matches are not in session. But Adam Jacobs being a participant in a steel cage match of his own.
And not by choice, that's for sure. The TV champion is in the worst way, and none of the wrestling has taken place inside the ring.
Jacobs lands hard.
Onyx like swatted him like a fly. That's the TV champion.
Well, Onyx would love nothing more than to become the Wildside World Television Champion. He's a man that's held the Wildside Junior Heavyweight title. Of course, he's bulked up a little bit since then.
You think so?
Oh, bad body drop onto the ramp.
The TV champion is hurting. But once again, you're not going to win the TV title out on the ramp here at the NCW Arena. It's going to have to take place in the flower-strewn ring. Actually, it's kind of pretty. It smells kind of nice, too.
What are you, gay?
Well, I'm just happy to see you, Dan.
I'm kidding. Jeez, everybody always gets so offensive about that. Onyx punching him in the face. Big chop to Adam Jacobs. Onyx firing away here on the World Television Champion. Certainly in control of this matchup. Onyx with a tremendous power game. But Adam Jacobs, a sneaky little devil. And a moonsault, but nobody home.
He moonsaulted some of those flower petals, which I don't think will do much for keeping that TV title.
Onyx goes for a moonsault, but no one home there. Duck in a clothesline there. Duck of another by Jacobs. Kick to the midsection, kick to the face, and a super kick.
Our TV champion might be a snotty-nosed little punk, but he's a pretty damn good wrestler. He's kept that TV title. Oh dear, Jeff Bailey now laying those ridiculous pick-and-pay shoes on the side of the head of the challenger Onyx.
He'll tell you they're $600 Gucci shoes.
Of course he will.
Whether or not they are, that, well, he told me to tell her that or I was fired.
Okay.
Jacobs to the outside.
Adam Jacobs plancha over the top rope. Best place for plancha to be. Onto the prone body of Onyx. The challenger is not in a good way so far, but the match is young, as they say.
Jacobs now mounting the top rope. He's an aerial assassin. Jacobs got a lot of air game here, but Onyx catches him. He scouted that maneuver, telegraphed it, nailed Jacobs right in the midsection.
What a show we have for you this week here on Wildside. Among the matches, you'll be seeing AJ Styles taking on Jason Cross. A match of the role models here. Oh dear, a spin kick that hit the challenger right in the mush. TNT taking on the Lost Boys in a much anticipated rematch. Near fall from Adam Jacobs. And our main event, Rob Williams going after the Wildside heavyweight title held by the monster known as Justice.
And of course, we only have an hour of television time. So as the hour runs out before this card is over, we'll definitely show you the rest of those matches in their entirety.
Oh, that's a good out, Dan.
On Wildside Television, because you never know here in Wildside what's going to happen. Or who's going to show up for that matter. Now Jeff G. Bailey with an assist for Adam Jacobs pulling his feet down.
Imagine that, an attorney actually assisting somebody.
And it's almost taken two guys to beat Onyx here.
It will take two. I think it may take three.
But he's far from beaten at this point. Onyx now fighting back, elbows to the midsection.
We know about the firepower of Onyx. For Adam Jacobs' sake, he needs to know that as well. However, we gotta take a quick break. We'll be back with more of this TV title matchup here in Wildside right after this.
This match for the World Television Championship. All that Adam Jacobs on the top rope. Onyx on the mat. There's the Bulldog Jam. And this one could be over. No, Onyx kicks out.
Onyx is one of the very, very few, if not the only, you have to correct me on this one, to ever kick out of that Bulldog Jam. And I don't believe I've ever seen Adam Jacobs attack that Bulldog Jam quite as high as he did this evening. Amazing move from the TV champion. Even more amazing that Onyx got a shoulder up.
Onyx is made out of some strong stuff for sure. Into the far corner, Onyx goes. Jacobs follows up. And he gets nailed, roll up by Onyx. This could be all. Andrew Thomas out of position. 2 count only.
If you're dealing in fractions, that would be 2.95. So close.
And not to say Andrew Thomas wasn't slowing up the count a little bit there.
Andrew is slow whenever it's convenient. Jeff Bailey taking off one of those shoes and clocking Onyx right on the skull with it.
Yeah, those truly are $600 Gucci shoes. That's what you call one hell of an expensive headache.
He's got you believing that, huh? You need to get Elmar off him, Dan. The TV champion believes he's got Onyx's number. But I think the crowd here, the faithful here at the NCW Arena, know Onyx like the back of their hand, and they know what Onyx can do in situations like this.
Sunset flip by Onyx. Only a 2 count. Super kick again by Jacobs.
Jacobs is taking an awful lot of time following up on a lot of these big maneuvers of his. I'm quite surprised he's doing that.
Very nonchalant, arrogant attitude. That's what you're going to get with Adam Jacobs. He's very full of himself, very shallow. He seems to think that every female in the entire world wants him to, quote unquote, lay the lumber. And Adam Jacobs, he's a vile individual for sure, but he is a talented mat technician, a talented ring technician, and he's going to work on the leg now of Onyx in his World Television Championship match.
You can't argue how talented he is. We have, unfortunately, the fact he did get that TV title and that ridiculous excuse for a tournament where he got the TV title without wrestling a match.
Jacobs going back to work. He's in firm control. Of course, we saw those flowers from his secret admirer as they keep getting larger and larger by the week. One only knows who that secret admirer is.
If you're sitting what a foul-mouthed yob that Adam Jacobs is, I'd be secret too. Oh dear, a drop kick right to the midsection of Onyx.
Beautifully executed by Jacobs. See what you want about his attitude, his demeanor, and his overabundance of his sexual preference. Adam Jacobs is one hell of a performer and one hell of an athlete here in NWA Wildside. That's why he's the World Television Champion.
To be an athlete here at NWA Wildside, you better be an amazing athlete. The worst guy we have here is still an amazing athlete. That'd be Teddy.
Adam Jacobs going out to the second rope now. Working over Onyx. Onyx blocks the push and shoves Jacobs off the turnbuckle. Onyx going to the top now. Onyx is he's gonna put a hole in the center of the ring. Big time in headbutt.
High risk maneuver indeed. Jeff Bailey making sure that the TV champion has his leg on that bottom rope.
Well, that had not been for Bailey there, I would be certain that matchup would be over.
I think we ought to take all attorneys / agents, put them in a bus and drive them over a cliff.
I second that emotion.
I know who should be driving.
Up and over goes Jacobs, leapfrog by Onyx, catches it! Signature power slam by Onyx.
The most explosive power slam in the business. That would be Onyx. And Adam Jacobs will be first to agree with that one.
He goes for another one. Went to the well once too often. Jacobs catches him. No reversal neck breaker, but he blocked it. There's the blackout. Not to be confused with Rainman and Homicide.
No one will confuse those two, I'm sure.
That's the finishing maneuver of Onyx.
Onyx is pinning the TV champion. Andrew Thomas is having a conversation, a polite chat with attorney agent Jeff Bailey. And Onyx has got to be furious.
I just threw something in the face of Onyx. Oh, that son of a bitch.
And what another on a quick count, too. Onyx has got to be fit to be tied. He had the TV champion virtually pinned several times here this evening, and all for naught.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and still Wildside World Television Champion, all that, Adam Jacobs.
Onyx is not taking this loss too lightly.